Satan music.
Welcome back. President Trump called and congratulated the Iraqi Prime Minister today on the liberation of Mosul by the security forces there, calling it a major milestone in the fight against ISIS. And there's also word today that the leader of ISIS may be dead. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights says it has confirmed Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi has been killed, but the top American commander of our fight against the terror network can't verify whether it's true.
I don't have a clue. Simple as that. So, don't know if he's alive. Don't know if he's dead. I don't know where he's alive. I don't know where his dead body is. I don't have a clue.
Russia claimed it killed al-Baghdadi in an airstrike near the Syrian city of Raqqa in May. I could listen to that Lieutenant General Stephen Townsend all day. He also said that this is possibly a cause for concern because, well, I'm sorry, this is Bob Kagan saying this, that Kimberly, ISIS had split from al-Qaeda. And if Baghdadi is dead, and we don't know that for sure, but that it could mean that there could be a reconstitution of al-Qaeda and a strengthening of that rather than a weakening. What do you think?
I think that's entirely possible, but I think they have the resources to be able to determine whether or not this is true, and they should, because this is somebody who remains an HVT, and they need to make sure that he is terminated. So if the Russians did it, fine by me. Right. That is dead. You know?
It is
but
so
other
hard.
than that, it's going to affect overall our intelligence gathering and our strategies in terms of who is in place and who's the leadership. And if he's gone, then somebody else just moved up on the whack-a-mole, like a jihad list.
Whoever will be next. Greg, that we have thought that he was dead before, but he has resurfaced. But in this case, nobody has seen hide nor hair of him in about 3 months.
He comes back to life more often than Charlie Sheen. Did you just say that the Russians got him?
That's what the Russians claim.
Do we know that's for sure? Could this be more? Were we colluding with him when we killed that guy?
Well, that's what the Ralph Peters and Tucker Carlson debate was about.
I missed it, although I saw Scott Adams, and he was fantastic. Well done, Scott. By the way, even if ISIS ends and it's gone, it's never going to end, because toxic Islamism has a persistent quality to it. Wherever there are people that are looking for martyrdom, there's going to be people who are willing to be martyrs. So you got to treat radical extremism, Islamism, like black mold in your house. You just have to be on top of it. You can take the victories, and it matters. And if only we started this sooner. If we had been this committed to killing ISIS earlier, there'd be a lot of innocent people alive right now.
That's a really good point. The Lieutenant General Commander said that, Jesse, if we're to keep ISIS 2.0 from emerging, then the Iraqi government is going to have to do something pretty significantly different. So now they've got another chance to regain their country.
Another chance and another chance, because we saw what happened last time. After the disaster, I think it was 2006, they began to turn it around. But before that, it was, you leave, 2007, you leave, and then they come back. So then Petraeus comes in the clear and hold strategy. We have to hold. And we have to keep some American presence there on the ground, or else they're going to reconstitute their forces there. This guy, Baghdadi, had a $25 million bounty on his head, so there's been a lot of greedy people in that desert
are we gonna have
looking
to pay
for
the
that body. Yeah, we're going to have to. I wouldn't like to do that wire transfer if I was in the Trump administration.
I think there'll be sanctions before that happens.
Exactly.
Juan, any thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, it comes at such a great moment because you see finally that, ISIS is driven out of Mosul. And the question is, I think what you guys are discussing, it's not just keeping al-Qaeda from becoming reconstituted, it's also rebuilding the cities inside Iraq.
It costs billions to rebuild.
$100 billion.
And the question is, how do you do that? Because you have persistent splits between the Shia and the Sunni. And, it looks to me like, and you've heard this from other politicians and generals, military leaders, that you may be really on the verge of more of a sectarian divide in how that country is put together, because I don't see that they're going to be able to reconstitute some kind of alliance between Shia and Sunni in there while you've got Iran and the Russians and the problems up north with the Turks.
And that's what they're saying. I think that's what he was referring to when he said that the Iraqis have got to do something significantly different.
Yes.
All right, next, more health